Hi, Craig Plants with Resident Realty. Thanks for watching our vlog today. Just a couple of items that I want to bring up before we get started. We've got about 16,000 to 17,000 subscriptions that watch our vlogs on a regular basis. And I have been asked to do some more frequent items, bring up some more frequent items. So typically I've always done one every 10 days. But there are some items that come to the forefront that then I'm asked or pressed to go ahead and make some type of a statement about. So today I'm going to go ahead and combine two. The two that I'm going to combine are the Article 3. We're going to go through Article 3 and discuss how Article 3 and state laws, federal laws, or commission positions overlap. And then number two, I was asked about the offer for ReColorado to purchase IRES, and from that point of view, what my thought is on that. So first off, let's start with Article 3, and you can follow along with me on the screen. And Article 3 is a pretty simple one in the Realtor Code of Ethics. Article 3 states, realtors cooperate with other real estate professionals to advance their client's best interest. Well, this is very broad. It's obviously good business as well for agents to do that. They want to cooperate with real estate professionals, which means other real estate agents. It means ancillary service providers, including mortgage lenders, inspectors, appraisers, those types of things. The whole point is you want to cooperate with these folks who are going to have an effect on how the transaction goes for your client. Well, that's most closely aligned and almost completely covered in the fiduciary responsibility of an agent to his or her client. I went to the Frascona website and had it outlined there. I also went to the state manual, and the fiduciary responsibility from common law all the way through commission positions is described as loyalty, obedience, disclosure, confidentiality, reasonable care, diligence, and accounting. These items comprise the fiduciary responsibility for agents to their clients. So underneath a couple of them, number one, reasonable care. If I'm trying to sell property for somebody, I need to make sure that they have the most buyers possible get information on their property. So utilizing the MLS, where 75% or more of all homes are sold, is one of the ways that I would do that. So if I was not going to enter their property into that location, I'm not showing that reasonable care for my client, making sure that they're going to have as many possible buyers look at their property. And then diligence. Diligence is another one. Of course, I'm not showing proper diligence if I'm not working with ancillary service providers or these other groups of people to make sure that it is a very seamless transaction for my client, whether I'm working with the buyer or the seller. So those specifically under your fiduciary responsibilities completely mimic the Article 3. So we have now gone through 1, 2, and 3. We will go ahead and continue through all of these. And the point of this exercise is to make sure that agents know that whether or not you have taken this pledge, you are still bound by the laws that you operate under to go ahead and make sure that you're doing the best for your client. And whether or not, like I said, you've taken this pledge doesn't make you a better agent or not. It's great that you want to publicize these things to your clients. I have taken a pledge to do all the things here personally for my clients, and for as well as most of our agents have. So that's my position, or that's the Article 3 discussion. Regarding the offer of ReColorado to purchase IRES, I have a couple of thoughts on this. One of the big things that MLSs have done is they aggregate our ability to search for properties. The fact that we have multiple MLSs in the Denver metro and northern Colorado area to use gives us as agents, it gives us some power because we now have a choice. If one of these MLSs were to buy the other one and consolidate, like ReColorado is attempting to do, and I believe they've also done in other markets, what that does is it limits, in my mind, it's going to limit the overall the overall power of the consumer, the agent in this case. That's number one. Number two, both ReColorado and Northern Colorado MLSs are owned by different boards, and they're different. So that means there's different people on their boards, and that means they have a different perspective. The IRES, I believe, is owned by Fort Collins, Loveland, Berthoud, and Boulder, and the ReColorado is owned by the combined boards, Aurora, South Metro, Denver, and I believe the old Jeffco. Don't quote me on exactly who they own, but the bottom line is they're territorial in their minds based on geography. If we go ahead and combine that, what we're doing then is we're creating again a less productive system, because now the average agent does not have the ability to choose. If I don't want to work with ReColorado, which many agents in resident realty, they cross those geographical lines and choose the MLS they want to use. I can't tell you how many of our agents actually use IRES only that are in the Denver metro area, and as well as Northern Colorado. We have many agents who use just ReColorado. Now, again, that would make it easier for us as a brokerage to be able to say, well, there's only one MLS, and then we don't have to have multiple managing brokers or things like that. But what it does is it eliminates the choice for the agents. Once you eliminate that competition between the MLSs, now they've got much more control. Our price fixing, our price controls are gone. If I can't say, well, I'm going over to IRES because it's cheaper, or I'm going to ReColorado because it's a better cost situation, well, then that creates a problem for me. I have to pay whatever they're asking, and there's no price constraints in place for me. So that's another reason I have kind of a problem with ReColorado attempting to purchase IRES. On the other hand, with one thing that they're going to argue for is, hey, it's going to make sure that you put your data in one place and it shows up everywhere. Now, my argument to that's going to be the MLS data sharing agreement that they've already had for a long time, and they now use against each other as a wedge issue. If they would just participate in a data sharing, not for listing, but for display only. So if an agent wanted to show a property in Denver or in Loveland or in Colorado Springs even, they would, and they all agreed to that data sharing, we would be able to do it. And as real estate agents who are licensed throughout the state of Colorado, we should be able to do that. So that's going to be their argument. Well, if they combine, we'll be able to do that. But my argument back to them is, if you just honor the data sharing and not try and hide properties from other that show up from the other MLSs and create that wedge issue, and then we wouldn't have to worry about that. So again, I do not think it's a good idea for ReColorado to purchase IRES. I think all it's going to do is weaken us as agents, and it's going to limit our choices. And I believe agents should have the choice to join a board or not join a board, to select the MLS that they want to use, just like they should be able to go out and talk to service providers and introduce those service providers to their client. I believe more choices is better. The Resident Realty vlog, we will be doing another one here next week, as as I said, I've had many questions about these articles, so I'm going to go ahead and get these knocked out over the next, probably the next 4 weeks. I'll get all of the articles knocked out. If you want to see any of our videos at Resident Realty, you can go to realtybp.com, or you can go to joinresidentrealty.com, and that'll take you right into that website, and you'll be able to see all of our vlogs. Have a great day.